Yo, 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 what it do? You already know. Another great episode with your boy Jody Joe. Hope everybody doing fine right now. You know what I'm saying? It's another Monday for me. You know, it's been a busy weekend, a busy week. I feel like it's ahead of me, and a busy last week. You feel me? That's why I really didn't drop any videos last week. But it's been pushing, man. It's been pushing, man. So I wanted to talk about this. So my brother, he's actually looking for a job right now, and he's just looking for a job in general, just to bring in some money. So I always tell him, you don't want to just find just any job and start working there, because you're going to find yourself in the loophole where you kind of stuck. So I tell him to actually, look for both, man. Look for something that you want to have a career in, because he likes construction, he likes HVAC and things like that. But also keep your eyes out on the jobs that you could just get a foot in, so you can start getting paid, because he don't have any income at the moment. You feel me? So I thought about, all right, so let's break down the jobs versus career versus entrepreneurship. You feel me? And how can all of those work for any person, or what's the best fit for a person that's looking for a job or a career or just to be an entrepreneur? You feel me? So when I first think of jobs, I think of just like immediate income, like I need money now. I need money today type of thing. So no matter what it is, you're going to be looking like, all right, gas station, that's a job, I'm gonna take that. Cashier, I'm gonna take that just to bring in some money. You feel me? Just jobs. You working for somebody else. You helping somebody else build whatever they building, or you helping somebody else structure. And I mean structure, but you helping somebody else run their business, pretty much, by doing the lower job, as far as like cashiering, or you might be mopping floors, cleaning up. Those, I feel like, are jobs. And one thing that I always think about jobs, they're very, they're short term, and it always turns out to be sometimes long term when you kind of don't elevate it, you feel me, from a job to something else. So you stick with the job, and then you look up and it's like 10 years in, and you've been at this job and you haven't had any skill development, any, education, any special skills. You just been doing this one job. So that's why I feel like, jobs are a good thing, but it's best fit for somebody who's, like, let's say, just want to not commit to a long term yet, because they're still trying to figure things out. Jobs are fit for people that just need income right now, so they could just get on their feet. They can pay rent, they pay bills, so they can get something to eat, feed their family and things of that such. You feel me? But at the end of the day, a job is really, is short term. It should be short term, because you don't want to be at a job for 10, 20 years, and then you look up and now they fire you, and then what you on now? So a job is cool, but it definitely has no risk. You're not risking really anything. You got a paycheck coming every 2 weeks. You feel me? It's really no long-term fulfillment. That's pretty much a bottom line. It's no long-term fulfillment, and you're limited to things. You know what I'm saying? You can't really tell. I mean, you can, but I don't think that, most managers, or say if it's not even a manager, an owner, they're not gonna, take your, they're not gonna take your questions, or they're not gonna take your input as serious as somebody that has, like, a career, and they're thinking about something that can make the business run better and things like that such. I feel like jobs is really, like I said, less risk. You get in the check and you go home and you good, you happy. So for people that's looking for that, that's fit for you. You feel me? Just, you're not ready to commit long term, pretty much, right? So that's just the job. All right. So careers. Now, this is, well, I'm going to speak a bit about myself as well, because I feel like I'm at this stage in a career at the moment, in between the next phase. You feel me? So careers, you looking for skills development. Some careers might require education that you need to get before you actually get the job. It's like a professional journey. You start from level A, and then you working your way up the ladder. It could be in a corporation, could be in a company, could be in an industry. Like for my industry is healthcare. So it's like you say, if I'm with like my company now, and I go to another company, and it's still in the same industry, you're still building in the same industry, so those skills can carry over. So you just pretty much compiling skills, getting better, you're becoming an expert in your field. It's definitely long term. Careers are long term. You could get a salary. Nowadays everybody's getting a salary, or you could be paid hourly as well. You feel me? But it's nothing. It's not. It's not. How you say? It's long term. You have a purposeful job. You feel me? Like whatever you do as far as career, that you're helping something, or you're becoming a solution to whatever answer, that needs to be to problem solve. You feel me? You want to problem solve in a career, because that's going to get you to the next level. The better you problem solve, the more people that's going to see you as an asset. You feel me? In the company. So I feel like a career is definitely for those that's looking for long term. You actually have a lot of structure, and you have input on some of the processes that you go through throughout your day. And a career is also for those that just want to build skills. You never know, you might be a vice president, or like a director or something like that in your company, and you start at one level and you just kind of keep inching up until you get to a place where you're like, all right, what can I do from here? Or but I feel like with a career, you still same thing as a job. You don't want to get too comfortable in one place. You want to be always working to build yourself. You want to be always working to gain more skills, because those skills, like I said, can carry over into the same industry, different job, and they might pay you more. So it's always a good thing to get your skills development with the career, and like people that's looking for long-term satisfaction, purposeful jobs, that those are people that want careers. They're not looking just for a quick check and get up out of here. Sometimes careers, you might have to work a little OT. I just worked some OT today, last week, and all of that. You feel me? So you might have to do that. That comes in. Same thing with a job, but I feel like with a career, you find it more beneficial. You feel me? Because you're actually doing some purposeful work. Not to say that some jobs are not purposeful, because they actually are some solutions, but you see your impact on things. You see your impact, and like, hey, if I don't complete this task, then the next person not going to be able to do that task. And you feel me? So with a career, I feel like it's best fit for that person that's looking for long-term success, long-term longevity. It's fulfilling. Like I said, it's fulfilling. It's progression. Sometimes it might be slow. It could be quick. And that's where it comes into your networking skills. Like, who are you talking to at your career, or who helped you get that career? How are you going to network and then build your way up? Not no, kissing butt or anything like that, but, doing your job the best way that you can do it, and then having other people recognize you. And now you're boosting your way in your career path. You feel me? So it's kind of like you just inching, like I said, same thing as similar to a job, but you have more opportunities in the industry. You feel me? So careers are definitely for those that's looking for long-term, purposeful work, right? So my thing is, now I feel like I am here in the career right now, but I'm in between a career and this next one, which is entrepreneurship. Now, entrepreneurship is definitely not for everybody, because you really don't know if you're going to get paid from it. You don't know, it depends on your success with your whatever business or whatever you're doing, selling t-shirts or whatever you're doing, but your income depends on your success. And sometimes your success, it takes so much. Like, it's not going to be a 9-to-5 thing. Sometimes you'll probably do 24 hours sometimes, or 18 hours in a day, just working on one thing, trying to get it right so you can actually make income. Some days you might have shorter, days. You might only work for 4 hours, because you didn't have too many things to do, or you making enough money to where, it's balancing out throughout the week. You feel me? So entrepreneurs, they really, you really got to be creative. You got to be innovative, and you got to be resilient. And because you don't know, like, you got to continue to want to hustle and build until it actually works. I mean, there's some entrepreneurs that work for 10, 15 years at one thing until it happens. I was actually just watching a show called The Food That Built America, and the guy who created, actually his name is, I don't know his first name, I forgot, but it was Kraft, the guy who created the cheese. And the thing with the cheese was, the cheese would mold fast. So this dude worked for probably 2 to 3 to, I'm not sure exactly, it was probably 3 to 4 years to actually work on making the cheese that didn't mold, and then he had to figure out other processes that he can implement to keep the cheese from molding. So he didn't get paid 4 years, just from that. He just continuously worked on that thing until it actually worked out and he figured it out. You feel me? So entrepreneurs, you gotta have some grit. You gotta have a strong mental capability to be able to, see the good through the bad sometimes, because it might be bad. You might be on your last few dollars, and you're trying to work and build a t-shirt brand, and then you look up and some other things is happening in your life, and then you still got to continue working on the t-shirt brand. Nothing shuts down when you're an entrepreneur. If you shut down, then you don't get paid, so that's definitely not fit for everybody. But those that's looking for more freedom, you want your more time, and you make decisions. You make your own decisions. You tell yourself, hey, I want to work this many hours today, or I'm working this many hours this week, or I'm working on this today, and I'm working on that tomorrow. You make the decisions, you make the time, and you have freedom being an entrepreneur. And I think a lot of people do want that, but when it comes to it, they look like, oh man, I didn't know this is going to be like this. Like it gets a little gritty, and then you got to be able to get gritty. You got to get able to be hungry enough to actually put whatever you trying to do out into the world. So that you using creativity, you using networking, you using a plethora of things to actually help you get, to your success, to actually make some money. You feel me? And then once that happens, success, you taste a little bit of it, you want more of it. So that's going to keep driving you. But it's that first part that gets people, where they don't see any success. And it's like, man, I don't see no success in this, man. I'm just going to give me another job. And, for some people, it works out that way. Some people are happy with a job. Like, I know people that are just like, hey, I just tell me what I got to do, and I'm going to do it. That's it. I don't want nothing else to do with the management. I don't want nothing else to do with that. Just give me a job, and I'm going to do it. Some people are cool with that. Some people are cool with the career. Like, I just want to, just be in this one position long term, and I'm not looking to go up. I'm not looking to do anything. I wanted some raises, of course, but, some people are cool with that. And then you got the chosen few that are looking for more opportunities, more freedom, more time, more management over themselves. They have all control. You feel me? Because you are the leader when you're an entrepreneur. It's nobody else that's going to tell you what you got to do. You tell yourself what you got to do. You feel me? As an entrepreneur. So personally, I feel like I'm in between the career and entrepreneur. Because I definitely had success being an entrepreneur. But I feel like it comes down to continuously, consistently, and just persistence. Like I said, resilience, keeping at it no matter what. And unfortunately, I know sometimes, like I said, life happens, and then you got to find the will to keep going when life is happening, while being an entrepreneur. So, sometimes it holds you back. Sometimes, you let things get to you emotionally, and now you find yourself like, all right, now I'm back at this job, and it's just like, or a career. And it's just like, if you put a little more effort into your entrepreneur, whatever business you have, you might see more success, which will keep making you hungry. You keep eating, you want more. So you're going to keep chasing, or you keep attracting that success when you're actually, you're doing whatever you got to do in your business. So in closing, I feel like there is a cycle that we go through. We go from the jobs, you start off, because I remember having a job at Cold Stone, one of my first jobs, ice cream. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I'm just thinking about getting the check every 2 weeks. Like, my ice cream, cool. I'm good. But then you build up, you build skills, you build, personal skills, you talk to people more. So then you find you a career. And you in this career for so long, you working your way up the ladder, boom, 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 you gaining skills, you teaching yourself different things, you teaching other people, you become a leader, you know what I'm saying? You take a lead in a role, whatever it is that you're doing, you feel me? But at some point, I personally feel like there's a time where you have to either, all right, am I cool with this career for the rest, rest of your life? Because, nowadays it's no pensions, you feel me? Like, it's no, you got to be able to have something in your 401k, in your IRA to be like, all right, after this job, I'm going to be good. You feel me? But personally, I feel like from working so long at a job, you should gain the skills that you need to actually run your own business. So that's the cycle. I feel like you start off with a job, you find your career, and then you figure out, hey, what do I like to do? What do I love to do, actually? You know what I'm saying? Because then I could be really great at this and start my own business, open up my own shop, open up something, so where you have more freedom, you have more time, you can make the decisions for yourself. You're not worried about clocking in and clocking out, which I completely hate. I do not like clocking in and clocking out. And that's why I feel like the entrepreneur side of me is like, man, like, why are you clocking in, man? What are you doing? So this is why I do what I do today. Because, I definitely see my growth in my career, but I definitely see the potential I do have as an entrepreneur. And I know that I am creative, I am innovative, I do show resilience, no matter what, nothing will not stop me from getting to wherever I want to get to. So personally, I feel like that's the cycle, you feel me? Like, we can't be stuck in one part of the cycle, but we got to continually keep building up till we get the freedom, the time, and the decisions for ourselves. We have fully control of ourselves. But I definitely can say that maybe that's not for everybody. It's not. But personally, I feel like it should be. But I understand different personalities. I understand different people. I pretty much, I feel like I didn't talk to a lot of different people where I heard a little bit of everything. So some people that just hate a job. Some people love a job. Some people hate the career. Some people, I love this position. I don't want to move up. This is it. So bottom line, I just feel like I tell my brother, you're looking for a job now, but make sure you stand on point with what you want to do as long-term wise, like you can't just be so fixated on the job. And then you look up and 20 years went by, you still on a job. Now you got skills, you got, now maybe you want to go back to school, get some education so you can get that career you're looking for. It's just like we definitely can't be stuck in one part of the cycle. That's pretty much what I'm saying. You can't be stuck on one part of the cycle, y'all. You feel me? So yeah, take heed. You feel me? Wherever you at in your careers, in your jobs, or if you already an entrepreneur, keep doing it. Keep chipping away, whatever you're doing right now, because everything builds on each other. You feel me? So no matter what, you use the skills that you learned previously. You take the lessons that you learned previously and you carry them on with you. So that way, like, when I see this, that happened before. I'm not letting that happen before. So I'm going to go this way, or I'm going to pivot this way. This is why it's good for us to definitely learn from the mistakes. It's good to make mistakes. So if you don't make mistakes, you're going to make mistakes at the part where you don't want to make mistakes. You feel me? So make the mistakes early so you learn from them and you learn the lessons and you don't have to repeat the lessons over. Because we all know, I don't know if you do know, but everybody should know when you don't learn the lesson, it keeps coming back at you. It keeps repeating until you learn the lesson. And I went through a whole phase of that, like, what is going on? Why did that happen before? And it's happening again. It's happening again because you didn't learn the lesson. And once you learn the lesson, you will feel that breakthrough. You feel me? So let's move forward. Wherever you at in your careers, your jobs, your business, you know what you got to do, because we definitely have an intuition within us that we need to follow, and stop looking outside of us and look within, because that's going to tell us where we need to be at, or that's going to tell us that, hey, I think I'm cool with this, or hey, I think I need to work a little harder so I can get there, or I need to work smarter so I can get there. So yeah, man, I'm not going to, continue, but in closing, wherever you at in your positions, look forward to something better. You feel me? Don't be so comfortable. You know, I always talk about the 3 C's. If it's cheap, if it's convenient, and if it's cool. Those are the things that get us. Cheap, convenient, and cool. So look at it like that. Wherever you at in your position, man, just want to level up. Everybody want to level up. It's no way that you want to be in the same position for 20, 30, 40, years. And you look up and you about to get retired and your 401k, it has pretty much, a little bit of nothing. So what you going to live the rest of your life on? You feel me? So you got to think long-term, longevity, stop being so short-term minded, so constant, instant gratification, constant satisfaction. You don't need that at the moment. You sacrifice those things because you want longevity. You want the long term, because that's where it's going to be at right now. That's what I'm looking for. I'm doing all this, what I do now, for the long term. So, I'll have something to say, hey, I went back and I did this, and then I can explain to other people my decisions and my moves, you feel me? But you already know what it is. So jobs over business, over jobs, over careers, over business, you know what I'm saying? You got to find the one that best fits you and then work your way to wherever you go trying to get to your goals. Right now, I'm in between career and entrepreneur, and I feel like I'm inching closer and closer to being an entrepreneur. That's what it is. So I got to follow my goals. I got to follow my heart. Got to follow what my mind is telling me, and inside what it's telling me, my intuition. So, yeah, man, thanks for locking in with me. You already know what it is. Hanging out with the best, Jody Joe. And you already know I got something for you next week, too. So lock in, hit that like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about this conversation. And if you feel something different, let me know. Drop it in the chat. You feel me? Drop it in the comments. And we can network, talk about it. You feel me? All right. Till another week. You already know what it is. Jody Joe. Peace.